Hey, it's Sunday, November 20th. The days are shorter, the weather's colder, but that's not stopping us because we're back with the new season of the Alumni Brunch Club. And we're still celebrating homecoming. So grab your drink and tap in. Tennille, let's go. Welcome to Alumni Brunch Club, a live interactive podcast with overflowing mimosas, hot topics, cultural moments, and Black achievements. Plus, the homecoming vibe is what?
365.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to season 3.
Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. That was low.
Yeah, you got to take that octave
That was
up
flat.
a little bit. That thing is usually higher than that. Okay.
No.
Let's not enter season 3 like that.
So I just realized as going through the cold open, we started this show, this live stream during the pandemic when homecoming was canceled. How can we keep the vibes during that time? And we just experienced our first real homecoming as the Alumni Brunch Club.
We did.
Yeah.
We had a good time on the yard.
Yeah.
We did. It was quite interesting. I think people.
You have fun, Brittany?
Fiending for it. I did. You know what? I did have fun, but it was interesting. Like, we've been at home for a while, so I think everybody was hungry to get back out, and they came out, and so it was a really good time.
The one thing I did realize from our homecoming and then seeing other people's posts is people kept saying the same thing. I didn't have time to post because I was in the moment. I was just soaking up the energy and living for what was going on, which I thought was really good.
Homecoming is like the best holiday. So, like, I'm happy with it. Let's stay back.
Well, we
didn't tell everybody who we were.
Yes. Kick us off.
Me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm Brittany Grooms. I'm Clark Atlanta, class of 2007.
Tennille Gibson, class of 2006, Clark Atlanta.
Taria Williams, Clark Atlanta, class of 2004.
We got to be specific today because we done stepped outside of the CAU and the AUC.
What? We got guests, y'all.
What we're really doing.
Yes. So let's bring them to the stage first. First, let's bring up our fellow Panther, Heather, who's been making so much history.
Miss Homecoming. That's what I keep calling her.
No, this is Homegirl Heather. You know, I finally met Heather for the first time. And it wasn't just like, hi. It was like, it's Homegirl Heather. You know?
Homegirl Heather.
Hey, y'all.
So thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. How y'all feeling?
Are we feeling good? How you feeling?
I'm tired, but I'm here.
I bet you are because you've been nonstop.
This is true. I am a nonstop girl.
You've been on a world tour. Tell us what you've been on a world tour doing.
I've been on a world tour promoting and celebrating the launch of my CAU Dunk sneaker, which is the HBCU collaboration with Nike. Y'all run this campaign. This year, Nike came out big. They gave 4 Black women the opportunity to design their own Dunk Low sneaker dedicated to their HBCUs. And I happen to be one of them, representing Clark Atlanta University. So it's been a very busy past couple months for me, for sure.
Dope. Congrats, Heather.
I got my shoes.
I got my shoe too. And I took out my fiance's shoes just to put mine in here, just in case anybody needs to know.
Y'all left somebody, one of us.
It's a sensitive topic.
Don't have this. Don't have it. So
it's a sensitive topic. We sorry.
No, but Heather, I love that video. I watched on the sneaker app. I'm like, hopefully this get me some points to win the draw, but didn't work out. But no, I love the video. Just even hearing you explain why you chose the colorway. This is Clark College on one shoe. This is Atlanta University. Like, I love the whole just thought process into the shoe. So
thank you so much.
And one more thing about this, Heather, that I know a lot of people will probably want to know and need to know is how does this come about? How did you become a part of this?
Yeah. I would say Yard Runners, the whole campaign came about in 2020. It was like during the pandemic, during the Black Lives Matter movement. They had some employees at Nike was sitting at home brainstorming, just like you all were about the ideation of this podcast. They were brainstorming, how do we make an impact in our company and how do we highlight HBCUs? So they presented this idea to Nike. And the first Yard Runners campaign was Yard Runners 1.0. And it was, I think, maybe around 10 12 HBCU alumni who were being trailblazers in their respective fields, or they were entrepreneurs. And at that time, I created a docuseries called Growing Up Black. And it was like the first series to really get green light in the pandemic on VH1. And the series like took off, and I was traveling all in the pandemic to 6 cities across America, profiling people on what it's like growing up Black. And so that got the attention of my fellow HBCU alumni at Nike, who were like, oh, she's trailblazing in her, in her community. She's trailblazing in her job. So let's highlight her as a yard runner. So that started in 2020. And each year, Nike doubles down on the investment and they lift other HBCU students and alumni up. So when 3.0 campaign came around and they thought to let's make it bigger, they decided to highlight 4 women to make the shoe. Like it was all a full circle moment, but the work been going on since 2020. So yeah.
Love to hear
Wow.
it. Love to hear it.
Well, we're doing something different this episode where we're asking our guests to invite a fellow friend from an HBCU to join us. So Heather, who did you invite today?
I invited Megan Haynes. She is my cousin and she is a graduate of Xavier University.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Megan.
Hi. Thank you guys for inviting me.
We're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Megan, I was about to let's wait till we have everyone on the stage. I'm about to say, did you go to homecoming? But that's a question for everyone to, for the stage. So let's move.
Yeah.
Our next guest, special guest today is Justin Tinsley.
Hey,
representing.
Justin.
You see the blue. You see the blue. Who is he representing? Hampton University.
What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
Man, it's great to be here. I can't complain too much. I can't complain at all.
Happy to have you. Hampton in the house.
Oh, you already know.
All right.
Justin is busy with the pen and also busy on television as well. Tell us about, we'll talk more about that later, but Justin's on ESPN. He's also with Anscape, and you just released the book.
Yeah. I just released the book early this year, May 2022. It's called It Was All a Dream. Biggie and the World That Made Him. There we go.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's my
Love
first.
That cover.
Thank you so much. I love it too. Thank you so much. But no, it's been a whirlwind couple of months, especially right before the book came out and the immediacy, after the book came, and it's changed my career in a lot of ways. And it's just, I'm grateful that I actually got to write a biography on, somebody whose story has played a major part in my life since, I was a little kid, which was Biggie Smalls. I remember seeing the entire story play out from my perspective. And then, the 25 years after his passing. So to be able to write something of note on somebody so important, at least into the culture that we all know and love and appreciate. That was dope. That was dope to be able to say I did that.
How did you get to do that?
Thank God, not deleting the email. It was really that crazy. Because the thing about the book publishing world is it's normally, I have an idea and I'm approaching y'all.
Yeah.
And I got to make y'all believe in the idea. Whereas this was fall 2019. I was just going through my Gmail and just delete like spam. But then one of them said Biggie Smalls book interest, like question mark. And I'm like, what is this? I don't know anything about a Biggie book coming out. Come to find out, it was my publisher, and they had reached out to me and they said, yo, you come recommended from some people that we know, and we like what you've written on, Biggie Smalls in the past. Would you be interested in doing a book? And I was like, hell yeah. And to make a long story much, much shorter, that's how the opportunity came to be. And, I'm very grateful.
It came after you. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I know we have probably a few more questions about the book we'll get to later, but Justin, you have a special guest from, you brought a friend from a HBCU as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you introduce Julian for us?
Oh, yeah, this is one of my best friends in the world. I consider him a brother of mine, the great, great Julian Kimball from Howard University, class of 2009, right? I'm class of 2008, and I just always figured Julian graduated the same year I did. But,
I'm 7. He forgets that I'm older than he is.
Oh,
He's about 9. Right, that's all.
I was like,
way off. You way off.
You was way off.
He got it right. It's an odd year, but it's an odd number year.
We were all in school.
It's the best.
The same time.
That's 07. Love it.
Yeah.
Dope. Welcome, Julian.
Thank you for having me on.
Typically, we all have something in our cups since it is brunch, but I'm at my parents' house. I'm just really sipping on some coffee this morning. It's not as turned over here.
I got something in my cup.
What
it's not turned though.
It's healthy.
It's kombucha.
Okay.
I'm on the West Coast. It's too early.
It's very early.
Hello? Look at what I've
LA.
transcended into. I'm having kombucha in my nice champagne glass. And I got my water on the side too. God, we giving old lady teas this morning. Coffee, kombucha, and water. Okay.
You gotta have the water though.
Gotta have
very
water.
important.
Look, everybody hydrate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Heather.
Not the Cafe Du Monde cup. Yes.
I got a Starbucks water.
Wait, but Justin, I thought you was going to get a real drink.
I am, but you gotta pace yourself in that.
It's Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
And it is early in the conversation because we have had some episodes where we started out on top and it went down. So I appreciate
I want to name names or what's happening here?
Hey, no, I'm not going to name names. I tried to save you, but Tennille had an episode where she had a pour on the side and that pour kept going and
it was just lively. Lively.
She was living.
Lively.
Okay?
Lively.
Be grateful she got her coffee this morning. Okay.
I need to watch that episode.
You should go back and watch it. It's hilarious. It is
well,
hilarious.
on that note, let's get back and let's get into throwback too.
Okay.
TBT. And so we try to pick like something from undergrad throwback to that, just reflect on. And on the topic of homecoming, do you all remember celebrating homecoming in undergrad? Because a lot of us only really remember the grad, as an alum celebrating the tailgate. Like I can remember the week of events of homecoming in undergrad, but for some reason the tailgate is fuzzy for me. It's more of an alum experience, but I don't know. What do you all think?
I'm on the same wavelength as you. I mean, it's been a while since I've, graduated. So I definitely remember the week of events and everybody getting together and all the excitement, but specific moments, no.
But do you remember specific alumni moments?
I feel like there's a different experience before the pandemic and after the pandemic. But it's just a vibe. Homecoming is just a vibe. So it's just a lituation situation. And, it's just, connecting with who you went to school with. So those are the best moments to get together with who you used to go to school with.
I remember coronation. Did y'all have coronation at Hampton or Howard or Xavier?
Like for the homecoming court, right?
Yeah. That was the only thing as an undergrad that I really remember was going to coronation.
Is that that's a full HBCU thing though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody have coronation, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't go to it too much.
I didn't either, but Taria, did you go because of Jackie? Like I didn't know.
I went the first year. And I was like, this is like Wakanda because all these Black people's royal court situation on stage. Like, what is this about? And then I think I went the second year and then that was it. Because it was a chance to like dress up like it was prom, kind of.
I wore my prom dress the first year. I remember.
Yeah, I wasn't going to that. Not undergrad, definitely. Like I'm like, be hard pressed to get me to go now as an adult. Me,
Yeah,
like
I don't know if you
18, 22.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, what were you doing during homecoming week, Julian?
Nothing. It was kind of like I was actually going to class. Most people weren't. I'm one of the people like didn't really miss class.
Okay.
But I definitely remember specific things from undergrad in homecoming. It's a much different experience. I never went to the tailgate in undergrad.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
It was all like, you know.
What did you do?
I would go to Yarfest.
Yeah, the concert.
At Howard, it was like that's the concert. That was like the thing that people tend to care about more. And then like the stuff afterwards is like the step show. Like I went sometimes, but then I was like, yo, I'm not in any of these organizations. Why am I going? So I guess, you know, sometimes you go to support your friends or whatever. But then like the older I got, I was like, wait, why am I here? So and then the parties were always like a weird situation because I was never trying to like pay like exorbitant amounts of money for stuff like that. And then like
nobody had no coins for that.
I mean, even if like it's like yes and no, but then it was like I started rationalizing like, yo, you're gonna stand in line for like a long time, and then you're gonna be in line more than you inside, and you're gonna be
well beyond your years.
I needed a Justin.
I wish I had learned that.
I needed a Julian on my shoulder.
I wish I had learned that when I was in them hills, standing in line on a shuttle bus going to the club.
Yeah. I never liked the, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like the nightclub experience when I was in undergrad. You know what I mean? It was.
That's the thing too. In Hampton.
Yeah, you was in a different place, like a different locale altogether.
Yeah. In Hampton, it was different. Like I remember homecoming as an undergrad, really just my last year there. Because, you know, I just crossed Alpha. So like we had to put on, you know, homecoming to make sure everything was organized in terms of like the food and that. So that was my first time actually experiencing the tailgate because I was I don't want to say working, but I was working.
You were working.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a whole lot of fun, like too much fun. And I was like, oh, I get it. Because before that, homecoming was basically just another week. You know what I mean? Like I see all of my people all the time. Like we kicking it at the same like apartments, going to the same spots. And it's just homecoming weekend was different because it was just a lot more people on campus. But like you don't really, I don't know if you truly get the homecoming experience until you actually quote unquote leave home and then gotta come back to it. So
I didn't. I know I didn't. I don't remember anything but working for the K's.
I feel that.
Yep, that's all I remember.
One thing was interesting is like when people would bring their friends from other schools and stuff like that, or people would just like come, like, you know, it's like that was always interesting because I always wondered how people interpreted home. If you didn't go there, especially, you know, it's like if you're like an alum, even still, it's like people you see you're with somebody and they speaking to a bunch of people who you don't even know. So it's kind of like, oh, hey, this is so and so and such and such, and they're going on about their lives as they normally would, or like reconnecting, you know what I mean? And you're just like, yeah, I'm just like here. Like so I always wondered like how that felt, you know, if you didn't go to, you know what I mean? That's weird. But yeah,
I've only been to one other HBCU homecoming, just one. And it was weird. You're right.
Which one was it?
God, I'm drawing a blank. It's in Virginia, Norfolk State.
Oh, Norfolk State, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How did you end up?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that.
Long story. Long story. Jamila said we figure it out. They figure it out when they don't go there and y'all reconnected. Jamila said they figure it out. So they be fine.
So you mean like went to another homecoming like while you were like in undergrad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'd been to like a couple of other HBCU homecomings before, but that's just growing up like with my mom and my grandma and my aunt. They like I used to go to Virginia State homecoming every year. I used to look forward to that in high school, like I was in college, because I loved the experience there. So I was like, if this is what homecoming is like wherever I decide to go, like this is like really cool. And so like that was my first taste of it. But that was back in like high school, but I never went to another school's homecoming while I was in undergrad.
I did it in high school too, but I only did that one in undergrad.
Yeah.
It was
like I probably went to Dell State with my parents because my parents went to Dell State. So like I probably went there when I was like a small child sometimes. But that was like my first like experience with all that. So I was kind of like primed for it. And then it helped that like my cousin was at Howard before me. So like I knew like everything. You know, like what to expect. Like I was, if I sound seasoned, that's probably why.
Seasoned.
You know what I mean? It's like I already had that perspective of somebody who had been through all that. It's like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, do this.
I mean, that's the same experience I had, but in high school with Heather. So
there we go.
You're on the ropes.
Yeah, it's just different.
Heather's season too.
Now, like in New Orleans, we be outside, so it's just like,
yeah,
it's different. And then Southern, my parents went to Southern, so I grew up
Word.
homecomings. I grew up in Bayou Classics, so like none of that was kind of far-fetched. Like that experience wasn't far-fetched for me.
So I was gonna ask that. Is Bayou Classic like homecoming part 2?
Yes, it's homecoming.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I never went.
I did.
You definitely should go.
I gotta get down there for that. I want to go so
We're
bad.
planning on
it still happens.
Yes,
it's happening this weekend.
Oh, it's a perfect time of the year to have it too down there.
And the weather be like beautiful.
Hell yeah.
It would be lit. Like it is the best experience for sure.
I need to come.
Let me add that to my list. Yeah.
Me too. Mine too. All right, guys, we're gonna head into the next segment of the show, and it's called "What's on the Menu." We're gonna get into like our whole like real discussion. That was just a warm up, just so y'all know. And I'm about to put y'all in the spot just a little bit.
A tad.
In 30 seconds, and we're gonna start with Heather. Why is your homecoming the best homecoming?
Oh,
Heather, don't let us down.
Hold on, let me start my clock. All right, go.
Clark Atlanta University has the best homecoming because it is in the Mecca of Black culture, Atlanta, and it brings together people from all over. Spelman is there, Morehouse is there, Morris Brown is there. It is just Atlanta. So you might see your favorite rapper, you might see your favorite R&B singer, you might just catch a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta nightlife is lit, whether you go to homecoming parties or not. You go into Atlanta clubs, you go to the strip club, you get some lemon pepper wings, you get some Waffle House. The food is on point. The music is
she got my vote.
That was good, Heather.
She even threw in the strip clubs.
Hey,
get a little vibe.
From strip clubs to lemon pepper wings. Come on, Atlanta. I love it. That was good. Okay. Julian, 30 seconds. Why is Howard's homecoming the best homecoming?
Oh, I keep getting Julian and Justin. I'm like,
yeah,
no.
you ain't the only one.
The J.
I hear it all the time. I've been called Justin my whole life. Justin, Jason, everything with a J.
I get Jason.
Yeah. All right. I think a lot of people. Can I start them on the clock now?
Okay, ready, go.
All right. I think a lot of people think Howard is like Howard has the best homecoming because of the reputation that it has, and like there's this history of like successful or famous people who have gone to Howard who often come back for homecoming, and like that's fine if that works for a lot of people. For me personally, it's always like the off the beaten path stuff. It's kind of like side missions in Grand Theft Auto. It's like that can be going on, but because it's like that, the energy that brings to like DC as a whole, I can go far away from Howard's campus and still enjoy something. Howard, it's just like it just charges the city up in a way, and I enjoy that. Like because like there's a lot of homecoming stuff that goes on, and like I have no interest in doing that. It's just like I can make it now at this point in my life like a regular weekend, and it's still just like great experience.
Time.
Time.
Try to give a non-typical answer.
Heather was like,
that was good though. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, Howard. Okay.
Brett.
Okay. Megan.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Ready?
Tell
Go.
us about Xavier's homecoming.
Okay, so Xavier University has the best homecoming. It's in the best city in the world, New Orleans. We are on the map. We can definitely, go celebrate on the campus, but we can go somewhere in the French Quarter, grab a drink, grab a hand grenade, grab all these things. It's not a big city, but it's definitely a big impact, and you can feel that on Xavier's campus. So come on to Xavier.
And with time to spare.
Okay.
That was like a commercial. I love you wrapped it up at the end. Like, now come on to Xavier's campus.
I feel like there's a reason to visit New Orleans like every month. Like it's like you just
it's definitely a vibe every month.
Yeah.
Each month is a different thing. It's given a different thing.
You ain't got to convince me to go to New Orleans.
Exactly.
me.
We got the
You ain't gotta
food, we got the
convince
music,
me.
we got everything.
Man,
You
that's
right. You right. All right. Justin, you're gonna wrap this thing up.
I hope so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
30 seconds.
Ready? Go.
Oh man, Hampton University's homecoming. It's a marathon that you can just run at your own pace at all times. It starts on a Thursday. You can go kick back at the local eateries, catch up catch up with people who changed your life. Friday, we got the bazaar and the day parties. And of course, Saturday, you got the tailgate, the game, and events after that. It's just a big community affair. You see people that knew you through the most, vulnerable and transformative years of your life. And now you get to see where everybody is 15 years later. Man, it's nothing like a Hampton University homecoming. All love.
Stop. Oh, that was good too.
All right. Yeah, y'all rapping. I ain't mad at y'all. Okay. I'm not mad at y'all today. Question. I know was it like a month ago where it went kind of viral that this guy showed up at someone else's homecoming. Correct me if I'm wrong, with his Nelia on, because we were getting this mixed up when we were talking about it. He had on his Nelia, but he went to someone else's homecoming and people were offended. Is that disrespectful?
Yeah,
I mean,
I say yes. He went to North Carolina A&T, so I know they go extra hard about it.
What is their little acronym?
GHO.
Yeah.
So Heather, it's disrespectful.
Yes, I saw somebody at homecoming with another HBCU merch on, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like, in full outfit, not like a hat. It was a full situation, and I was just like, "Read the room. This is
shut that person." But should he have had on CAU now yet? Because I feel
no, these are regular clothes, but don't try to like make your school stand out at somebody else's school campus.
Okay, so no Nelia at all.
No Nelia.
So
you ain't got a rep Clark, so you need to just blend in. Like,
but what if you go to like Michigan State's homecoming? Can I wear my Clark Atlanta like Nelia? Like,
no.
Just wear regular clothes.
Just wear red, black, and white. Okay.
She said no.
Yeah, all the stuff in your closet. That's what you want to wear.
That's what you want to wear.
Just wear your CAU dunks.
Okay, that's Nelia though. That's Nelia though.
A subtle Nelia.
I mean, I don't know why you would because I always have an issue like when I go to like sporting events and like it's like let's just say it's the Wizards and the Knicks playing or something like that, and then somebody comes with like a different team jersey on. It's like, come on, man. Like,
so you either gotta be wearing the Wizards or the Knicks.
Yeah, so it's like if you go to, I mean, I personally wouldn't have an issue with it. I'd be in my own world, just laughing and talking to everybody. I wouldn't really focus on it, but I wouldn't do it either because I feel like you're just gonna bring attention to yourself in ways that you may not always want it. And I don't think anything bad will happen, but just like, come on,
chill.
All them things in your closet that you wore that.
Okay.
That's what people that like to like talk to other people and meet people because I don't have time for that. Like I don't want random people just stopping me being like, "Oh, yes."
That's for the social people.
That's for the social people that want to start some type of conversation.
Little icebreaker. Let me just
we already highlighted that they just be standing there. They don't have nothing to do. So like, open the conversation up.
Here I am.
I went here. That's okay. All right. Consensus is no. That is disrespectful.
So, yeah.
Wear your regular clothes.
Wear black.
Julie, you don't care, huh?
I wouldn't care. I probably wouldn't even know.
Julie doesn't hesitate.
Because Julie's not going to be there.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't see. I'll be in and out. Like
Julius is not going to be there. He's not going to see you in your nail because he's not going to be there. You're right.
Something better to do.
You're right. So when you go to Howard, Julia's not gonna care, but everybody else looking at you crazy. Okay.
Maybe.
All right. And Brandy says she went to Howard's homecoming in full Clark Atlanta attire. That doesn't shock me one bit. All right. Okay. Okay.
She wanted that smoke. That's what.
That's what she wanted. She wanted that smoke. All right. We got another little game. We're playing a lot of games today. Okay.
Okay.
And so we're gonna list a few celebrities. And you tell us which HBCU they would go to. Now, this is the thing. It doesn't have to be one that's represented here.
Yeah.
It can be one that another one. Okay. We're going to start with Drake.
Oh, God.
I feel like he might have gone to Tennessee State.
He went to Morehouse.
I don't
do. Because I see him as Drake from Degrassi, not Drake.
Oh my God.
Oh, Heather says he would have went to the house.
Really?
He gives me the house with
Okay.
a cardigan.
It's kind of giving me Hampton vibes.
I would say Hampton.
I can see Hampton too a little bit.
I can see Hampton.
Oh,
He
I guess
wouldn't
the
have gone
consensus.
anywhere. He just would have been on campus all the time.
Yeah.
I guess you got to take like which Drake at which phase of his life.
Yes, that's true.
Like,
That's
are we talking cornrow Drake now? Like,
I wasn't thinking Degrassi Drake. I'm thinking like Drake now.
Okay, Drake now.
Her lost Drake went to Morehouse.
I could I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Drake either went to Morehouse or Hampton.
I guess so.
Okay. Chloe Bailey.
A&T.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Homecoming.
I could see that.
That was quick and that was good. That was a good one. I can see that.
I can see that.
Us Southern.
Yeah.
Dancing Doll.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Dave Chappelle.
Oh gosh.
He gives me Howard.
Howard. I was
2 years at Howard, and then like he just hang around.
Then he dropped out.
Nobody's graduating according to Julian. You're either not enrolled or you're not graduating.
I'm not judging.
He said 2 years at Howard. Okay.
And then he's out.
I was gonna go with Fam. I was gonna go with Fam or Tuskegee. I don't know. I just get the vibe he would go to like a HBCU that's like in a smaller town, like not necessarily like in a city. I don't know. I think I'm biased because I know he lives in Ohio.
Maybe he starts at Howard and finishes there.
Okay.
That's the storyline.
Brandy said Fisk. I was thinking that.
I could see. Yeah.
I'm
Fort Valley. I'm gonna go Fort Valley.
Fort Valley. Okay.
Texas, Dave. Okay.
Okay. All right. Cardi B.
She give me like North Carolina Central. Like, I don't know. Like,
what kind of vibe is that?
Unknown.
Oh. Okay.
I could definitely see Cardi like coming from New York, going to like one of them like deep Southern like HBCUs. Like I could definitely see her like at Grambling or something like that.
Grambling.
Yeah, I could.
That's a good point.
With a big New York personality.
With her big New York personality down south.
Okay. That makes sense. Marseille Martin. Does everybody know who that is? Okay.
Clark.
Really?
Yeah, I can see
say
that.
Spellman.
She getting a full ride to wherever she
She's giving Clark these days.
I know, right?
These days, she's giving Clark.
Yeah, I was about to say she's going to Clark Atlanta over Spellman. Yeah.
Okay.
I got two more. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh God.
Fam.
He gives me Morehouse.
He does?
Yes.
He give me Morehouse too.
Do you mean the current state, the like Michael B. Jordan today? Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something. It's like what's the justification?
Like Fruitville Station, Michael B. Jordan.
What's the justification?
Yeah, like what is the because I feel like it's an archetype or a vibe that y'all are thinking of, but like can we describe it?
It's the vibe. When I say he gives me Morehouse, it's the studious, I want to be a better man vibe. Like it's just like that thing, that mentality that you think I'm gonna be the man, like that thing. I think his whole career though, he's kind of been like, I'm gonna be the biggest star. Yes, it's not an insult. I am gonna get some text messages. That's not an insult. That's not an insult to want to be, but like there is a special mentality of a Morehouse man. I do think that
he's giving Glee Club.
No, I don't even think that. You gonna get some text now because that ain't where I went. I just like, I feel like it's the vibe and it's the, I'm gonna.
Jamila said with that voice, that's exactly why I'm like, are you saying he's in Glee Club? I mean, that's...
Anyway, with that voice, yes, I'm gonna be a good man for the world. Like
I'm building me a home. Is that
yes.
what you were thinking? Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Anyway, last but certainly not least, and I think this one's an easy one. Beyonce. I think she's told y'all. I think she told y'all.
Texas Southern.
Beyonce definitely staying down south for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she really say a school?
Yeah.
Did she really say a school?
I thought she said Southern. Did I make that up?
Why don't you want to be a dancing dog?
Yeah, I thought she said that. I think she.
Heather,
I think she went to their. That's the dancing dolls. Okay,
I'm supposed to go to Southern to be a dancing dog, so that's my dancing dog movie.
Okay, all right, that was good. Okay, did everybody go to homecoming this year?
Yep.
Back.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, did you go to homecoming?
I did. I was in and out, but I was there.
Right, you knew the answer. What the?
I actually did not. I did not go to homecoming.
What?
But
I
know.
Down the street.
But I plan to go next year.
Okay, but could tell me why? Like it was after pandemic. I feel like that was like the top of everybody's to-do list. Why didn't you go?
Unless it was personal reasons.
Yeah, unless it was personal.
No personal reasons. It's just honestly, work-life balance is something that I need to work on, and that's just a fact.
Like an attorney, so you be working.
I be working, y'all.
Okay, I get it. I'm gonna start this off with a little story about me. So, went to homecoming this year, and when everybody asks me like, "How was homecoming?" I think there's like one thing that stands up in my mind that taught me a lesson. There's something I learned at my homecoming. It is, I am no longer a young alumni. Okay. All right. I think there's a line. I've crossed over it. Okay. And that was the lesson. I thoroughly enjoy homecoming, but I did learn to say some of the I'm over here now. I'm over here now. So what is that line? Like, are some of y'all still young alumni? Like,
I didn't know you decided. I didn't know you were like,
it's done. I'm not young alumni.
No, okay.
No, it is done. I kind of had a hint of it a little bit going in. And then it was a proven fact after. So I just want to know, is anybody else crossed over, or are you still young alumni?
No. I'm sorry. Did I cut anybody off?
No.
No. Look, next year is my 15th year from graduating from Hampton. So I already know, like, I've been out of college almost 4 times as long as I was in it. So I was like, I already know I passed the line. So all of that. I did the math. I was like, wow. I was in college for 4 years. I've been out for almost 15. That's wow. Okay. But anyways, it's like, it's some things I can't do anymore. Even as like when I would go back to homecoming like 5 and 6 years after the fact. Them Saturday night parties, no, you get the tailgate from me because I'm gonna give you everything I got at the tailgate. But then people would be like, yo, it's an all black party here, is this party there? And I'm like, I'm going to dinner, bro. I'm the dinner crowd of homecoming at this point on Saturday night. And you know what? I love it here.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get comfortable.
I definitely saw some I'll call them shenanigans at homecoming this year. Like I was like outside of the tailgate that I was like, I'm like, I can't. Nah, I'm too old for that. I was like, I can see why some people would do that, but I was like, yo, it's like, and I'll tell you what I saw because it just makes the story that much better. So like, like Howard, they had the tailgate space next to like a McDonald's, in
the
DC,
black
right?
mat.
Exactly. So
is that what they call it?
And then there were people, the police, like DC police, were not letting a certain amount of people into the space, like in the parking lot where the tailgate's held after a certain hour. I couldn't even get in there. Right. So I'm standing outside on the perimeter. And I'm seeing people like climb a gate and then like sneak through a gate and then like try to climb over it like a tree to get into the space. And I was like, nah, yo. There's no way.
I saw the videos. I figured this is what you were hinting at. I saw the videos where folks created a little slither.
Yep.
And
I didn't see that video.
That happened at Park too.
It happened at Park. They lifted the gate.
They lifted the gate.
People, that's some stuff. Perhaps maybe in a different life, I might have done something similar. Maybe, perhaps. I'm not confirming that I would have done that.
Oh,
but
okay.
But you're not denying it either.
That's how you know. That's how you know you've reached it, because at a different life you might would have done it. And
at a certain point in your life, it's so anyway in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try too hard, but anyway, and if somebody else wants to create the whole, but like at this point in my life, no, absolutely not. I don't need nothing that bad.
All right.
Except oxygen.
I'm happy you're out here fighting for your oxygen. Heather, are you young alumni still?
I think it's a tricky question. I'm on the border. I think when it came to our homecoming, they had all these parties going on, and everybody, mama was asking me which one I was going to, and I was like, "Can I do both? I don't know what's going on." And the majority of the people was going to the young alumni party, so I committed to that, which was fine because I saw a lot of my classmates. But my vibe is more what's not young alumni. Old alumni. Like,
immediate.
Right. So I feel like that's more my vibe, but I was trying to see all my people. So it's like weird. But I'm definitely the girl that's leaving the club before everybody else. And definitely the girl that's going to dinner after tailgate. And that's exactly what I did.
I've been going to dinner after tailgate
for
years.
Yeah.
So if that's the threshold,
it is
then
the move. It's the move.
That's the move. Ain't nobody going to
Saturday night we washed after that. Like,
yes. Yes.
Give me a seat and some service, okay?
Say that again.
That is exactly what you need. And it's time to go home early next morning too, because some people be doing that. They be doing day parties and stuff on Sunday, and I still can't. Oh, you know what? I told her, don't come in here acting up.
I sure is.
I told Crystal, no, don't come in here acting up. Not Crystal. I told you yesterday.
But in all caps, though.
And when I told her yesterday, that's who was sliding in my DMs yesterday. I told her yesterday, don't come in here acting up. And
no, she is just fine. It's all good. What's up, Crystal?
Busted in the door.
That tracks.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but I heard.
But hey, look, still all caps, still going, all caps. Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. Okay, I guess this is a change, but like, do you have any regrets from your HBCU experience? Do you think that you missed something somehow?
Or didn't take advantage of something?
Oh yeah, or didn't take advantage of something.
Would you change something?
I didn't take advantage of traveling abroad when they offered that for mass comm students. I don't know if it was just like fear of something different at that age and wanting to stay with what was constant and what I knew or what, but I think that's the one thing I'm like, dang, I wish I really could have taken advantage of that as a college student.
So not even like as an HBCU student, but just as a college student. Because that's, I mean, you can do that anywhere. Got it.
I was not missing the train. Okay.
Hello? I ain't want no time nowhere but on that campus.
I'm staying domestic until
I needed to be in there the whole 4 years. I did not need to get away.
No, if I do have one regret, and it's nothing that ever happened on campus or as a result of, me being at Hampton, for whatever reason, I never made it to Miami for spring break.
Me either.
I never made it to Miami for spring break. Yeah. And I wanted to go so bad.
That's a whole other topic. What?
Wait a minute.
We talked
about that once, and I just don't understand, Justin. I almost wanted to kick you out for that. You answered it. Because what were you doing?
Justin.
What were you doing?
Being studious.
Man, nah.
And Megan didn't make it to Miami.
Megan didn't go to Miami?
I didn't.
Nah, I didn't make it.
What?
I ain't make it.
My last 2 years, couldn't go my junior year. I was joining a fraternity, and the year after that, I was bringing in a line. So my last 2 years was, and I definitely couldn't get there my freshman and my sophomore year.
Yeah,
it's like, I ain't go till later.
The time to go was like, I think for me it would have been like freshman year. It wasn't really realistic. No. It would have had to been my sophomore year, and then like my junior year, there are a lot of people who went to do stuff like post Katrina, it's like an alternative spring break type stuff. And like I did, but like I think my junior year, my senior year, I was more focused on like career stuff, and that's always like a regret that I had, and that's something that like me and like some of my friends, like my closest friends from college, we shared, like we didn't go to like Miami, and like. I heard the stories. I seen. Never mind. I never did that, and I wish I had done it. So I try to think of, I'll just make up for it in adulthood. Somehow.
You can't recreate the experience.
No, you can't. You gotta.
I've tried. It was just like
this ain't the same.
This ain't the same.
It's never gonna be the same.
the way you do Miami right now is going to be different from what you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what you can get away with and what you have the stamina and fortitude, whatever you want to call it for. Yeah, sure.
And what you will put up with versus what you won't put up with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's probably good to learn that. If nothing else, it's probably good to learn that, as an undergrad, so that as you get older, you're like, nope.
Yeah. You're right.
I kind of justify it as somebody had to be back here for help if people couldn't get back from Miami. I feel like I was like, in case y'all can't get back. Because I heard a lot of stories that were questionable. Like, y'all might not have made it.
The bulk of the stories are questionable. There's no wholesome, happy ending with Miami. There's always some drama involved. And I was like, damn, I wish I could have been there for that. That's the worst.
It was a good time.
If for no other reason, I wish I would be able to tell the story. What I mean? It's like I feel like my insight into a lot of these situations would have been like, wow, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I'm glad I wasn't there. I wish I was, but I'm glad I wasn't.
Taria, I want you to tell the story to set up this last question because I found it to be interesting. Tell the story about how you went to school with someone from your high school and it was a little different. Why is she staring at me like that?
Because I thought you were gonna say, and okay.
No, I just tell us the story and then we'll get into like did y'all have that same vibe? I hope she's not watching.
Yeah. No, I doubt it.
I doubt
it. I doubt it too.
I doubt it. Okay, so my high school was predominantly white, so it was a good handful of us. So I thought I was only one of them to go to an HBCU, but I was wrong. So freshman year, got down on campus. And ran into a girl from high school that was at Spelman. And so seeing her on campus, I felt like it was like a violation. Like she violated my new life, like my new space. Like I didn't want to be around people from high school. That's just kind of how we weren't really friends, but we were Black, so we all knew each other. But I felt like Clark Atlanta was my time to just be me in this new space, meet new friends. And this girl from high school came in and just was like, hey, let's reconnect. No, I don't want to. I don't want to be friends with you in this new life. And Brittany was like, she just found that interesting because it's a separation of college and high school. But I just didn't want to have anything to do with high school.
Can anybody relate?
I actually had the exact opposite experience because one, New Orleans is super small and a lot of
y'all know everybody.
Y'all stick together too, though. Y'all.
Yes, we ride or die. So a lot of my friends from college are friends that I developed first in high school. So it was kind of like the 13th grade. But I also, each individual person broke out into their individual majors and you develop additional friendships that way, but I didn't look at it that way.
So I had a small graduating class at my high school, and at least like 3 of my really good friends went to Norfolk State. They all went there on a football scholarship, so we kept in contact, but it was like nobody from my high school, or at least in my high school class, went to Hampton with me. So it was kind of like what T was saying. Like this was my new life. Like I knew nobody on this campus like 3 months earlier, and now this is my new life. And like, wow, high school seemed like forever ago. So I was kind of grateful for that opportunity because you noticed it like in real time. But yeah, I never went with anybody from my high school.
Yeah, I didn't go to school with anybody from my high school, but there were definitely people who went to similar schools, or like people who I'd known since I was like a child, or people who I like lived in like 2-3 blocks away from me that I didn't even know, would just like pop up and like, oh wow. So I don't think that at that point in my life I wasn't shunning anybody or trying to leave people, you know what I mean, in the past, but I definitely wanted to put high school in the past. So it's like the experience of high school was something I was looking to, just move past, just because I wanted to get to the next phase of my life. I wanted to put like where I came from, all that behind me. But people, not unless I just didn't like it. In which case,
we weren't cool.
Well, Taria?
Okay, so then I understand that. So that's really what it is.
Yeah, we weren't cool. We were cordial, but we weren't cool. So I didn't want to bring somebody that I wasn't cool with into this new experience. So
I mean,
now, granted, there were people from Kansas City at Clark, which was fine because we all went to different schools. But it was like this particular person. I was like, nah, no.
It's crazy. All the people in the world, all the people in the world to go to Clark, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Did you feel like she followed you and something? It's like, you follow me here.
This is how I know we weren't cool because we didn't even talk about it in high school. So when I saw her, I was like, what? Why are you here?
It's like, you on a school visit or something? Like, what's going on? Like, nah, I live in that dorm. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Exactly.
Did y'all stay? I mean, was she in the different dorm?
Yeah,
she was went to Spelman.
She went to Spelman, but freshman year, we were so like, the campuses were so close. But
how did that play out over time? Like, did you just always like?
I only saw her periodically, like in different, like maybe at a homecoming tailgate or different places, but it was always just a pop up, and I would be like, there she is again."
It was like awkward. It was like that energy in the room.
Yes. It would be like junior year, totally forgotten about it, and then I see it, and I'm like, "Is that?
Why are you here?"
And you never addressed it. Like, did you ever talk to like your friends about it? Like, so we went to.
No.
That's
see, that's kind of like I watched that sitcom.
Yeah,
right.
It's like once every episode, you turn around and like she's right there, like God.
Like the Simpsons, like that.
Sorry to that woman.
Maggie had beef with the eyebrow. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
oh God,
it's a limited series. It's definitely a limited series. I don't know which streamer, but it's a limited series.
I'd watch it. That's hilarious.
Poor girl. Sorry to that woman.
Yeah, she probably, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to hear her side of that.
I would too. If you're out there, give us a call. I would too. So I'm going to transition a little bit into another segment of the show called All Black Everything, where we highlight something that's bomb that Black people are doing, HBCU grads, and it's usually centered around, just the dopeness to highlight what we're doing, specifically as Black people, but even more specific as HBCU grads. And what we like to toast to, and this is usually when we get a little toast, but everybody got coffee and water and kombucha. So, I mean, hold up your water bottles, I guess, and toast to. But what we're going to toast to today, we're going to toast to our amazing guests today and the things that they're doing. We talked a little bit at top about what Heather and Justin were doing, but just really honored to have them here because they are like really making an impact on not only Black culture, but HBCU culture, and really out there showing everybody what comes out of HBCUs, which is greatness. So we're going to toast to you two just to say thank you for everything you're doing to represent your schools out there in the world and showing everybody that you should go to HBCUs. And, sometimes you can have a life like these two, but some of us can't. Be realistic. But we're going to toast to the both of them and then get into the let out. Cheers to Heather.
Cheers to you if you've got your dunks, and go pick up your book.
There we go.
Neil feels the shade. Neil, let's go in on you some dunks. I will help. I will help.
I thought she was being shady. I'm like,
did y'all notice Taria got put out? I'm like, who put me out?
I was like, damn, did she lose connection?
Hold up your dunks. That's what I heard.
Wow.
She said, hold up your dunks.
I said, cheers to you if you got your dunks. Oh, shade.
See,
put her out. Put her out.
There we go.
Put her out.
I thought T lost connection or something. Like, her internet must have dropped.
Sis got put out. All right, time for the let out, y'all. After brunch is the let out. I want to know. Let's know more about our two special guests. Tell us who you are, what you do, and we're gonna start with Megan.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys. So I'm an attorney here in New Orleans. I work at a defense firm. I always had a passion of becoming an attorney. I think it is the career for me, if you know me.
Okay.
I am born and raised here. I've been here, I love my city. I love my culture. and I love my family. We're very family oriented, hence why Heather probably invited me today. But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you guys would want to know, or?
No, that's good. Anything? I mean, I know the holiday season is this week. We're approaching that. Anything coming up you want to talk that's coming up for you that's exciting? What's next?
In terms of holiday, we definitely celebrate the holidays in my family, and Thanksgiving is a time for us to get together and give thanks. But one of the things that I've been developing is becoming a better cook. So the feast will be by me.
He's a bomb cook.
Pressure.
That's big.
Cooking some seafood gumbo and collard greens, and you got your whole thing. So it'll definitely be a time next week. I've already started prepping.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I love that for your family.
Yes,
that's
exciting.
That's awesome.
That's exciting. Who's next?
Julian.
Yeah. So I work in marketing and advertising, and I also am a writer. That's kind of how I knew Justin. I think we met each other like through the internet, like many years ago.
Connected on writing.
Yeah, I think we were just aware of each other's work. It's like I just always knew who he was, and then we just happened to be like live in the same place at the same time. So
dope.
Yeah. That's it. I'm always gonna say as little as possible.
Are you working? What do you write? Are you writing anything right now? Is it a secret?
Yes.
Okay, but you are writing right now.
Mm-hmm. Are you working on a book? Can you say that? Is it no? Oh, okay.
We'll find out about it.
Okay.
We'll find out about it.
Top secret.
Yes.
Okay, dope. Any plans for the holidays, Julian?
Yes, I'll be going home to see my family.
Where's home?
I grew up in and around Philadelphia.
Okay.
So, that's the thing about going to like school in DC. Like I was not too far, but like far enough. Yeah. Like I was ready to get away. And I think people were ready for me to get away, but I was happy. It's always like a prodigal son thing kind of for me when I go home. But I'm looking forward to going home this holiday season. I haven't been home since the summer, so looking forward to seeing my family and eating and not doing anything. That's my favorite thing to do.
Look, I ain't mad at it. Mine too. Heather, what you got going on? You gonna slow down or no?
So I'm not going home for Thanksgiving, which was a very hard decision, but I've committed to being in LA. My first Thanksgiving in LA. I have family here, so I'm going to spend it with my family that's in LA. I'm going to make gumbo. Should be fun times. And
can everybody from New Orleans make gumbo?
Is it a right?
Well, Megan kind of downplayed like her cooking capabilities because she is an amazing cook, and her parents need a restaurant. So her mother and one of my friends, Anna, taught me how to make gumbo. So it's kind of like a passed down family and friend thing. Everyone cannot make it, but people hold the recipe.
It don't seem like it's something very easy to make, but it's
right. Like everybody can't make it.
Close to the heart. So I'm gonna be in LA, and I'm gonna hopefully get my apartment together and chill out.
But I'll see you for Christmas.
Yeah, you will.
Yes. What about you, Justin?
Well, in terms of Thanksgiving, my wife and I, we're heading up to Brooklyn because her aunt, she throws down for Thanksgiving every year, and I really like being up there. If I can't be home with my mom and my grandma, like I love being up there. So we have a great time. It's always love when we go to Brooklyn for Thanksgiving. Like it's way too much food that I'm looking forward to passing out in a food coma like 5 or 6 times over the next couple of days. But in terms for me, I'm just continuing to write, continuing to try to do as much TV as I can. I'm on Around the Horn again this Tuesday, actually.
Okay.
So
what time?
5 p.m. Eastern.
Everybody tune in.
For sure.
Can you share the link to the book?
Yes.
Yeah. I can drop that in the. You want me to drop it in the chat or?
Drop it in the chat.
Like, do it now.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll do it now. But yeah, no, that's I got some stories I'm working on that'll come out in the next couple of weeks. Can't really say on what just yet because I'm still working on interviews. But so life is moving along quite fast. Oh, and my wife and I, we're expecting our first kid in January.
Oh,
so.
congratulations!
Way to bury the lead.
All right, I'm like, that's soon.
I was waiting for him to say it.
I should have led with that. But I would just
that's exciting.
Basically giving y'all the update on my life. So I'm like, okay.
Dope. Exciting. Look,
for sure.
I mean, Taria, Tennille, do you guys want to talk about your holidays or you over it?
No, just eating and sleeping.
Not doing anything. Like
no, that's right.
Tennille is already at home, so she ahead of us all. Love that. I'll be cooking and trying on wedding dresses.
Nice.
I don't know that you should be trying on wedding dresses around Thanksgiving. It's just like, okay, we'll see how that works out. But I'm gonna eat and try on dresses and probably be sad about it. But we'll see. We'll see. We always like to close out our show with one simple question for you all and for all those that are watching is, have you donated to your HBCU today? Okay. Donate to your schools. We're doing great things out here. If it could be 2 cents, $2, $200, it doesn't matter, but try to give back as much as you can. Believe me, I'm sure every HBCU needs you to be contributing. I know we paid a lot of money to go to those places, but we've all made it to very far places, hopefully with a little bit of input from them. So, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch past shows, all of the things. We enjoy bringing this platform to you guys. So hope you enjoy watching. Did I miss anything?
No, that's it. That's everything.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. This